This is my favorite project of the year, an ugly sweater. It's super easy and fun to make. In this video, we'll create one element together to show you the whole process, step by step. We're using tear-away stabilizer for this project, but you can also use cutaway if you prefer. I often choose tear-away because it works well for many designs. First, we'll stitch a guideline to mark where our glass design will go. Once that's done, stop the machine, open up the sleeve seam, since we're stitching on the sleeve this time, and mark the placement of the glass. I personally love using pins for marking because drawn marks tend to disappear for some reason, but it's up to you. Now, place your sleeve with the marking directly on the stabilizer, aligning it with the stitched guideline. We're moving on to the next color of the design, still working on the same glass and guideline. This line will be repeated to attach the Glitter HTV, heat transfer vinyl. First, we prep the HTV since it's not designed for embroidery. Cut out the piece you need and make sure to peel off the clear top layer beforehand. You won't be able to remove it later. Place the glittery piece right in the center of your project, aligning it with the stitched glass outline. The next step is to stitch it down securely. Once you finish stitching the glass design, trim off the excess Glitter HTV. I prefer trimming the edges neatly for a polished look, but if your HTV tears easily along the stitched line, you can simply tear it off. Trim off the excess Glitter HTV. I prefer trimming the edges neatly for a polished look, but if your HTV tears easily along the stitched line, you can simply tear it off. After trimming the Glitter HTV, place your project back into the machine to finish the embroidery. There are just a few small details left to stitch, like the drink, some sparkles, or maybe even a straw for that festive touch. This part might take a little time, but it's worth it. Once the embroidery is complete, remember to press the design. Use parchment paper or a heat press sheet to protect the HTV from sticking to your iron. This step is essential to make sure the HTV stays in place after washing. Enjoy the process and watch your sweater come to life. Don't forget to close the sleeve seam, either by hand or with a sewing machine, after you're done stitching. These small design elements are quick to make and can be embroidered anywhere on your sweater. Let your imagination run wild and get creative.